the one thing that you are going to do every time you ignore red flags, toxic traits, don't hear what the people were telling you, don't take off the blinders and the rose-colored glasses because there is something about them that you like, you end up breaking your own heart. I mean, they play a huge role in it, but when the flags are waving, if we don't pay attention, honey, it is us that looks heartbroken, busted, and disgusted. And I'm speaking from my own experience. And for some reason, when we really care about somebody or really want something to work, we do it every single damn time. I mean, every single time. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, self-love advocate and wife coach. We are reviewing Ready to Love, Make a Move, episodes 12 and 13, because why not? I wanted to go live, but y'all, my son, he be occupying the living room, and so it's just another reason for me to avoid recording. Listen, so we pick up where we left off, and it's time for the ladies to make a decision. And I'm gonna say this is one thing I did not like about when they made a decision. Everybody was in the house at the same time, everybody used the velvet pink room, but the thing is, everybody was standing outside the door waiting for the decision. So I feel like that was unfair to the ladies and to the men, because if you were the one getting rejected, you had to walk or take the walk of shame, you know, down the little corridor, past everybody, with everybody looking at you like, woo, woo, woo. I ain't like that. But we're gonna go through it really, really quick. I hated Ashley's dress. That orange dress with the shimmery stuff on it. It looked like it was more for ballroom dancing, cha-cha dancing, some professional form of ballroom dancing, not for Ready to Love. Okay? Okay. Now the orange was beautiful on her skin. I can't deny that. But the dress, in my opinion, was hideous. Let's talk about Vernisha's dress really quick too. Super cute, but I think that her girls were a little too large for the dress. But super cute dress, meant for somebody who maybe was a C cup. Okay? Okay, just my opinion. If you disagree, it's cool. You could do that with me down below in the comments. Then you had Sharice. And maybe it's because I'm 47, loved her leopard print dress. I liked it the most. Okay? Like, I was like, oh, I can see myself wearing it. Let me see where she found it. Let me see. Sharice, girl, where you find that dress at? And then Zadia, who all season long has been a fashionista, had on a cute little blue dress. I could go either way with it because she dresses for her and it looked nice on her. And that's all I got. Okay, so we see Sharice first, and she takes Maurice in to have a conversation. And the only thing that she says that scares her is the distance, and having been in long distance relationships, and it's not, you know, 3-4 months down the line, they recognize, oh, this ain't it ain't working, and she doesn't want that. And true to form, Maurice says, what? We will figure it out. See, because the man with money, he has a little more options available than the man without. And I'm just here to tell you, just because he's a lawyer does not say that he has money. The monograms on his sleeves says that he is, you know, in the upper echelon, okay? Like, I'm just saying, he has the ability to make it happen if he wishes. However, Sharice has her own coin and can do the same. And I feel like for her, even though we see it as shallow, they have to match her money. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so she says, yes, I want to keep you, but I want to explore you coming to Miami and seeing me in my space. And remember, last week or 2 weeks ago or wherever it was, Tamika said you have to tell them why. If you like them, if you're keeping them, if you're moving on or whatever, moving together, move whatever, ready to move, whatever the thing is, you have to say why you're ready to move or what that looks like and why you are not. You have to explain it to them. So then they had a little kiss, and I was like, ain't no affection in that kiss. Now, which one of y'all said that Sharice does not like showing intimate displays of affection on the screen? Was it one of y'all? Or am I making that up and that's somebody else? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. But I feel like this warranted at least a peck, slightly mouth open, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4. Hold. That's what I thought would happen, not whatever that was to the side right here, because I think Maurice was actually wanting a kiss too. I didn't slick my hair down, y'all, so make it look like, because my hair is blonde, so make it look like I'm bald. I can't wait till to get a little new growth in the next couple of days, and you can see. Nevertheless, that's my vanity showing up. So then we see Vernisha, and she takes Tabari in the room. Tabari looks nice, brings her flowers. You know, he's nervous, but he said he prayed about it, and what shall be, shall be. Que sera, sera. So, you know, she starts off with giving him a compliment that he's fun, and he makes her be fun. And I think when I said that we really haven't seen her personality, that's what I mean. We see her very, she's not, I don't want to say she's serious, but very matter of fact. We don't see her live, you know, and like having a good time. Like, what is that, Talisa? What is that? Because that's not how I have a good time. Nevertheless, we didn't really get to see that, but she was saying that that is something that he brings out. However, her concerns is, number one, the distance with all the travel, you know, Mississippi, Louisiana, and her being in Texas, and then his communication. Because it just doesn't give her anything to hold on to. And I've got thoughts about this that I'm gonna bring up when we get to the reunion. She said no, but it's because she isn't interested in him. They didn't have the chemistry. I don't know which one of y'all said that. Y'all said it a couple weeks ago when I put them 2 reviews up at one time, and that's what it was. I mean, I be hopeful for people, I really do, but she ain't like that man. She did like Jabari better than she did Tabari, and she just held on to him because no other option came along, if that makes sense. Anyway, you saw that he was actually disappointed by the decision. He said he wasn't expecting it to be a flat out no, we can't even be friends, we can't even grow, we don't have nothing to go from here, deuces. He was surprised by that, and she said, I don't understand what he was shocked about, because I've been saying the same thing the entire time. I need more communication from you. Pretty much, I need you to stalk me. I need you to know that I am this gorgeous specimen with, you know, this brilliance, this beauty, these businesses, that I got a lot going on for me, and you should recognize that I need to be desired. Like, that's pretty much what she's been saying the entire time, and I do get that, because I understand wanting to be desired. It is important for me that the person that I'm dating, person or persons that I'm dating, desires me, wants me, shows me the affection, and of course has patience with me as I figure out how to reciprocate that to them. And I think Vernisha could use a lesson in what it looks like to reciprocate as well. But you know, listen, the one thing's for sure, she stood her ground. She just didn't settle. And I didn't recognize, I forgot, because they reminded us that Joelle was from New Orleans. She didn't want to be nowhere near that city. She was hoping she never crossed that man while she was there. Like, I think that had a, but he's in Texas now, right? Anyway, I wrote down, at least she set boundaries for herself and kept them. Because guess who boundaries are for? It's not for the person, it's for you. So if I say to you that I need you to communicate more with me, or like that's what she said, I guess, I need you to communicate, or I need you to be more open and honest with me, and it's a boundary if you become deceptive. Right? It is my responsibility to make sure that boundary stays intact, because the moment you are dishonest or closed off, I need to be the person to say, okay, well, this violates my boundary, so I'm going to walk away. I hope that was a good explanation of you set the boundary, you manage the boundary. That's really what it is. So, was Zadia the next person up? Oh, she was, because that was Shanice, that was Vernisha, and Zadia is the next person up, and she says she's nervous, child. She says she's confused, and for me, I say, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Pero por qué? Why? ¿Por qué? No, ¿por qué? Just why? Just why? Me, I'm getting back in my Spanish, y'all, so y'all can get a little bit of it here and there. Nevertheless, when they sit down and she has her conversation with him, her compliments, is that it feels very natural to be with you, and she feels like she can be herself. Like, and that is a huge thing, like being able to be me and be accepted. Like, hello, somebody. She then goes on to say that her concerns are what it looks like after. Right? Well, and then outside, everybody like, oh, is she gonna say yes? Is she gonna say no? Is she gonna say yes? When Vernisha's like, I don't even know what she's saying. She gonna say, and we pretty close. And I'm all like, what she should be saying is no. Okay? But what she is gonna say is yes, and that is exactly what she did. He was anxious or whatever is what he says. And I wrote down, he just wants to hold on to the parts of her that he enjoys. He cannot accept her fully. That is a recent lesson that I learned. Some people only want to hold on to the parts of you that look good and feel good to them. That make them feel good and make them feel cared for. Where caring for you looks like being honest and open with you. Where caring for you means that I can be vulnerable and really be myself. And so if I'm unhappy about something, I should be able to articulate that to you. Or if you ask me a question and I give you all sides, you can't be upset because I care about you. So I want you to see it all. I'm not going to just agree with you. I'm off on a tangent and I'm back. Okay. So she makes a move and says her qualifier is that I guess they continue to communicate and that he comes to visit her in DC. Now, I had told you guys earlier on that I really do like them together. They actually look really good together, but and before we knew what happened after, I wrote down, I'm always hopeful, but in this situation, very much so skeptical, because he always says he has no time. I have no time to put the commitment and effort in required for me to be happy with how I treat you or for what you need. Like, that's what he's been saying the entire time. So then we see Ashley in that dress, child. Her compliments for him was that we enjoyed moments together. He said, or she said, one of them said that he sees her. And I'm gonna tell you that he does not see full Ashley. There's no way that he saw full Ashley, because when Ashley would express herself with overexcitement and maybe borderlining too much passion, okay, fuck borderlining, but a whole lot of passion, he didn't see her in a way that would bring her in and help her to express what she really was trying to say. She was never really trying to attack him, but definitely trying to say what she needed. Now, I'm not excusing Ashley or her mode and method of communication. I know that she needs to work on it, but she needs someone who sees her and is willing to be patient as she works on it, because it's not anybody's responsibility for that part of the healing but her. So there's that. Disagreeing with me, but do what? Do it down below in the comments, because I appreciate it. And we do disagree in love and kindness. There is no like battle of the wits over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind and we loving, okay? And when people say stuff we don't like, God bless and God keep. Like, thank you. That's it. Okay, well, you got it in my son Royal's voice. That's a whole lot. Nevertheless, her concerns are that it has been difficult. And that she needs a leader, and that she needs a leader, and really she needs someone to protect her, protect who she is. Because when she said that the last time, all her barking and her saying she has no bite says that I'm defending myself all the time, and I have been doing it for so very long, and so that's what it looks like. I had to sit in that for a second, because I told y'all that I used to be excitable in that manner. And I know that for me, it was more of a defense mechanism. It's, here's this big wall, this big fence. You're not going to protect me. Nobody protects me. I've never been protected. I'm going to protect my fucking self. Like, that when I sat in it this time and I said, that's what it is. She feels like she has been defending herself and has to defend herself against everybody. One last thing. I had a co-worker once, Dave Seeley. He don't work where I work anymore. And he said, Talisa, not everybody is against you. And in that moment, and he said, I know that you have to protect your sons, that you have to protect yourself, but not everybody is against you. I think that was the most instrumental thing he said to me, and the turning point of me like recognizing that maybe I am a too little for no reason at all, right? Like, I don't have to be so dragging to be heard. All right, I digress, because I did. I got a soft place for Ashley for that, and only because I know that it requires healing, and she needs to do the healing. Like, it's a soft place right there. Who says she aggy and irritating? I love y'all for your honesty. I'm just gonna say that. And one of y'all said it, and I really, sometimes I need to have my laptop right next to me so that I can look at who said what. Anyway, and I need to start back pinning y'all comments. Hold on a second, I got a little tear. I had to clear that my tears up and me sniffing snot, because one of y'all told me, blow your nose. And it only comes, it wasn't that I was sick, it was because I be crying, and when I'm crying, it's just an automatic mechanism that my there's a whole name for it. Anyway, starts with an O. This factor here is connected and really be crying and snot, like, so it's ugly. Anyway, we gonna keep going. She ends up saying yes, but not really yes. I'm not ready to move, but I'm ready to see where we go. I don't want to close the door. Yeah, so she chose friendship and said something like, you know what, I think that this is a good direction because we both need work. We both need work. And so she recognizes that she got an issue. We see Vernisha having a little like a vignette moment, and she cries a little bit. Because why is she crying? Because she wants to experience love and have success in love too. Hold tight, girl, it's coming. Keep enjoying life and filling your bucket with joy, things that you enjoy, people, places, things that you enjoy. Keep loving on you and working on you, and guess what'll happen? Everything you want starts to be attracted to you abundantly. Abundantly. Okay, so now we are at the reunion. Okay, and so Tanika Ray is our host. I've met Tanika in person, and the posture that she has, I think she was hosting. It was a makeover show that me and my mom were on together. She was hosting, and she came in for a little bit, but she's definitely more of a host, like a TV host, not like a sit-down conversational host. I appreciate her beauty and how articulate she is, but she does not make me feel comfortable, like where I want to spill all the tea. And I feel like when you are hosting things like this, it needs to feel still elegant, still elevated, but slightly more relaxed, so that people want to open up to you and spill all the guts and not feel like it's a safe space. There it is. I don't feel like she always brings the energy of a safe space. It's always, I'm here to do a job, I'm really on my guard, I'm really paying close attention, where you can do all of that and make it feel welcoming. But again, like, what did I just say? What did I just say? That's me. Let's get into it, okay? So we go through a few moments that I wish we would have seen. One of which was a ladies' night. Another was when Ashley was doing her boo-hooing and they came together and they assisted her. Wait, did we see that one? Nevertheless, I don't remember us seeing ladies' night, so there's that. Vernisha talks about, or somebody asked about how it was. Vernisha was like, it was easy. Sharice was like, it was not easy. And then it all starts. The 7 a.m. Zadia being locked out the house, or calling Sharice for her to come and open the door. You know, and then when I think about it, I'm all like, did she feel like did Zadia feel like Sharice was the right person? What about Sharice made Zadia feel like she was a safe space that she could call at 7 in the morning to come open the door? Or was she just the person that answered her phone? Did she try Vernisha? Did she try Ashley? I'm sure she didn't want Ashley, because Ashley would have made probably announcements while she walked through the house. But I feel like Vernisha would have been her better bet, because Vernisha would have kept that confidential. She might have been like, girl, and went on about her life, right? Then we hear Zadia repeat what she said to Tamika, that Sharice is a bully. But more importantly, that no one can have a conversation with her. No one can tell her anything. Again, there's a wall. What are you trying to say about me? That's really what that is. If I can't talk to you and I can't share with you how I feel about stuff, makes me wonder, what is it that you are defending yourself from? During this whole back and forth conversation, I'm gonna say that Sharice was absolutely rude the entire time, constantly cutting her off, and I felt like that was big disrespect. And then the next thing you know, it gets heated between her and Ashley, because Sharice talks about how she felt secluded, like an outcast in the house. The few moments that I saw the ladies together, I didn't feel like that. But the one thing I like is Tanika Ray does call you out, and she was like, so why did you come in? Where were you at 7 a.m.? You actually lied. You lied. You said you wasn't, but you were. And then, you know, Zadia went into this, I'm grown, I could do what I want. Well, then why lie? Okay, I'm with Tamika on this. Well, why lie? Why lie? Just say, yeah, I didn't come in. I could do what I want. Unless that was part of your contract, then you wasn't going to get paid for being on the show. And of course, finally, the truth comes out of what we knew. She had been spending extra time with Mr. Cameron. On this particular day, she said, we were just outside talking and sitting in the car. I didn't sleep anywhere because we were just sitting in the car chatting. Now, I know y'all don't believe that to be true, but I have sat and had conversations with people for hours and hours and hours on end and not have anything sexually intimate happen. The fact that we have a 2 and 3 hour conversation about everything under the sun is a lot of intimacy on its own. Like, that tells me that, you know, we have a level of comfortability, you know, and that maybe in the future we can be even more vulnerable and open, because what do you talk about for 2 to 3 hours? Everything. Your life, what you do, who your friends are, things you enjoy, your belief system, your values. Like, those are a lot of things. And for me, that is a very important piece of an intimate connection. Then Tamika asks about the LJ situation and asks if it was a jab or somebody. And she's like, it wasn't a jab. I'm just funny. It was just done in jest. Some people get my jokes, some people don't. I was laughing. Okay, y'all, do y'all think that it was meant to be a funny moment? Because if it was, I feel like it would have come out a little differently. It wouldn't have been so snarky, so sly, so slick, so I see you. You know what I mean? Like, I got your card. That's how it felt to me. Now, if that's not what it was and you see it as something differently, hit us up. Because I don't feel like it was done in jest. I feel like it was a low-key jab. But then Tanika Ray said, you know, the fact of the matter is Sharice and Zadia are a lot alike. So the reason you don't get along is because it's a mirror reflection. Mean girls. Mean girls who have had trouble in love and relationship, trouble with friendships, like, and have had to, bitch, I beat your ass, kind of like energy. Like, that's what I get, being pretty women, having to fight your way through a lot of stuff. Maybe not the same things, but close enough. And this is when Sharice said she felt left out and things got really heated, and Ashley telling her to calm down. Let me stop right here because I forgot to talk about how I thought they looked. Ashley, this was the best she looked all season long. I liked her outfit better than I did anyone else's. Now, she could use a spank or some kind of like body shaper, but I loved her look. The blue was pretty on her skin. Like, her skin is gorgeous, and I feel like she can rock any color. I liked her little hairnet thing. That's not what it's called. If y'all know the exact name of it, let me know down below in the comments. I absolutely love that. Yeah, everybody else pretty much look like they be looking. But then Ashley said to Sharice to respond with more class, to express yourself with more class. I know you fucking lying. I done said about 80 curse words today because I know you fucking lying. I know Ashley not talking about telling somebody to express themselves with class. Ma'am, did you hold a mirror up and say that? Because that's the biggest issue that a lot of people have had with you this entire season. It's the way that you are communicating yourself. I'm giving you grace because I know that you require healing. I'm giving you grace because you feel like you have to protect yourself from a whole lot of stuff, a whole lot of people and things. I'm giving you that grace because I know what that looks like and feels like. But in all actuality, girl, if you don't express yourself with more class, that's all I got, okay? That's all I got. So then it's the new day, which was yesterday. No, today's Sunday. You know what? No, I'm recording this Sunday. So yeah, it was on Friday, on the 3rd. Vernisha says that Sharice is on the defense all the time because she was bullied growing up. And so she feels like she's still being bullied. Okay? She needs to heal from that trauma too. I think each of these ladies have things that they need to heal from. Even the most healed and evolved versions of us still have more healing to do. Like, it's a constant, continuous work. Nobody ever has arrived. So we all have so much more healing to do every day. Every day. It's a consistent, continuous journey. So now we see what we want to see, okay? So first up is Ashley, and we've got Kirsten and Donald and Lakeisha, honey, on the set. Now, why is Lakeisha here? I don't think they asked enough questions, or at least showed us enough questions, because you know this is all edited. I wanted to see and hear more from Lakeisha. One of the first things she said was if she had met this version of Ashley, she would have been Team Ashley. You didn't give her the opportunity to show up in this manner. She said maybe one thing and you went on the attack. It is what it is. I said what I said. You went with a barrage of questions and they didn't have as much tact as maybe she thought they would have come off. But in the background, I'm gonna back up, when they were showing like the snippets through the season, you saw Lakeisha like shaking her head, specifically when Ashley was super duper extra with all this hands and this movement and the head and the Anyway, when they start to talk to Kirsten, he is very dry and very closed off. And when they asked, how was your experience with Ashley? He said, good. That's all you got? I have nothing to say. That ended up being his response for everything. I have nothing to say. Well, you should have said something, because you look like a total asshole to us. You should have said something. Something should have been said. I mean, he should have said something. I don't know what he could have said, but he should have said something. Because if he felt like he was painted in a negative light, then what he could have said was something about his character, right? Like, he could have said something about the way, you know, she treated him that made him think that he was God's gift to all women. Like, I don't know. He could have said something. And then he hits what I'm here because I signed a contract. And then he walks his ass off the stage. So you just double down on the reason why it was a good decision not to choose him, because he would never choose you. He would never have considered you. The relationship that you would have had would have been one of turmoil and toxicity. So kudos to you for making that decision. Oh, so this is when Lakeisha starts talking, and I wrote down she came in hot and heavy, based on what Donald has shared with her, because she didn't know anything else about him. All the things that she said, that maybe there were there was one thing like, oh, you look nice. However, they said, why didn't you? Why didn't you say anything? And Donald was like, well, Lakeisha was already sharing how she felt. I didn't want to say something too, so then it looked like we're double teaming her. So check this out. So everything Lakeisha felt, you felt. So you wouldn't have been able to protect her. The way you could have showed up for her was like, oh, hold on, sis. I'm gonna have a conversation with her on the sidebar. I really just wanted you to meet her and get to know her, etc. But that is not what happened. Then he says that Ashley was saying, I'm the star and you're here to see me. And she did not deny it. She was like, well, I am the star and you are here for me. Like, what's the problem? That's the problem. You actually vocalizing. That is the problem. You not being able to articulate those same words in a different way. Like, you joined the show for us to do this. Aren't you here for me, to date me? Like, so I guess it could come off a little sour, give a little sour taste. And I guess I missed that part. Cause I believe other people heard her say that too. So it left a little sour taste in my mouth. I didn't like it. And then I was watching her body language, and her body language was very much so leg opposite direction, arms folded, very closed off, very lean back, like what else you got to say kind of energy. So that wasn't a good look either. Then Sharice comes, and we see her with Zadia and Maurice. First question was, have you been to Miami? And you know, they both were like, no, but we've been to the Essence Festival and she had a good time, okay? She had a good time. They had VIP seats. Listen, I'm not even paying for VIP seats for me by myself, one person by myself when I go to the Essence Festival. I'm gonna go ahead and sit in the back. I'm here to hear the music. I could watch them on the Jumbotron. I'm here for the other events that are happening and getting to know the people while I'm in the city. And as we're sitting there, you can see that Vernisha is sitting there big mad, big irritated by Zadia. Oh, did I write anything down? I did. I didn't. I mean, I didn't write anything down because Zadia was just being himself. He was looking like he is a very attractive man. Okay, and he was looking like, I know I'm attractive and this is just another thing, but I'm still single. And Sharice lives under the tree, honey. Don't you got other brothers? You the only one that's 55 and not married. His red flags, and I'm glad that I didn't. And the consensus was he should have said something. He should have ended one thing with Sharice to begin something new with Vernisha. And I feel like Vernisha is mad and irritated because he tried to downplay that he was interested in her. Like, again, have you seen me? You should be interested in me. Why would you tell somebody that you were not interested in me? Like, that's that's the energy that her being irritated and annoyed by him gives me. Okay, I might be wrong, but it's still how I feel. Then we see Vernisha, Jabari, and Tabari. She said she don't have no regrets for the decisions that she made. And somewhere along the line, they were both like, if you added both of those Abaris together, that would have been the perfect man for her. Because where Tabari is fun and free and has a good time, Jabari FaceTimed her every day, called her every day, took her out and spent time with her every day. So what she was looking for from Tabari is what Jabari had provided, and that is unfair because they are two different people. You can't expect him to have the time to FaceTime you because he too is an entrepreneur. But you know, they say you make time for the things that you want. You know, she got all the things that she got, as she told Cameron later. But you make time for the things and the people that you want to. The people that you want to be around and spend time with. The fact of the matter is, if they're not spending time with you, it's because they don't want to. If they aren't calling you, it's because they don't want to. If they're not sending you messages, it's because they don't want to. And I know that I have been telling y'all the entire time, communication goes both ways. And it does. But I get, show me that you're interested in me because I'm gonna match your interest. But the moment I feel like you're not, anyway. Well, Jabari opened his mouth and was like, I believe in gender roles. I believe in traditional marriages. I believe that my woman should be home when I'm at home. Like, he said all those things and we weren't surprised, but it seemed like everybody sitting on the couch was surprised. I was not. I did not feel away because I already knew that that's what he wanted. And there are a lot of, what did Tanika say? Oh, I didn't know there were traditional women still. There are a lot of traditional women still. There are a lot of them out here willing to be exactly what he is looking for. And when I say traditional in the sense of being able to navigate the space of being available for him. And traditional gender roles, you do this, I do that. Now, my hope is if he wants someone to be really traditional and like stay at home and be able to wait on him hand and foot, that he go get him another job or pick up, do a lot of overtime or something at that government job that he had. Because at this particular time, he really ain't got, the backup for the things that he wants. I digress. Now, Tabari shared that he felt like his character was berated. I wrote down, he said what y'all said. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. But she was, she wasn't interested because he couldn't get into her sphere. She wasn't open. She was always closed. She was that way with Jabari though too. At least is what we saw. She was always very closed off to him, and it was partly because he did not worship her. That's the word. He didn't worship her the way that she felt like she should be, because it's more than just desire. It's more than just adore. Adore equates to love, so that's not a thing yet. But worship her. She needs people who worship her. That might be unfair to say. I don't know that lady. Don't be offended. Don't be offended, Vern. I still like you, girl. I still like you. You still one of my favorites, okay? Don't be offended. She said, I want to be desired. And I understand it because I want to be desired. I don't want to be worshipped. I want to be desired. I want someone to show serious interest in me and want to spend time with me. Willing to really get to know me and not the version of me that they like. People like my aesthetic. People like my fun, good spirit. People even like the wisdom that I have. I'm a whole ass vibe. People really enjoy it until it's directed towards them. Until it's time for us to talk about, you're asking me questions and I'm giving you answers that you don't want. I'm not somebody that's going to just agree with you. Never have, never will be. Evidently that touched the nerve. Zadia. Oh, not yet. So Camille and Stormy show up from your friends that on the friend episode. They should have got LJ to come. That would have been great to see LJ there, so that LJ could have gave his side of the story about the kiss that was given. Okay. And then Camille just said what we all knew to be true, that she was not listening to what the man said, that he was not available, that he did not have the time required to really court her. That's your friend. But she said that to her. She said that to her. Them is your people that's honest with you like that. And I like that Zadia was like, you know, okay. Because I fully believe that people can give you advice and you can take it or leave it. Okay, you can take it as a suggestion, you can take their advice, and you can say, oh, okay, well, thank you for sharing, and go on about your life. Like, I'm a true believer in that. But make sure that the decision that you make, you own up to that shit when if it falters. Because if I tell you something, it's because I've seen it. Anyway, then Stormy gets there, and Stormy was like, I was not flirting with that man. You could see that she was seriously hurt by the accusations, and evidently Ashley had not had a conversation about any of this until today, 2 months later. Like, that's unfair to Stormy, because now she's blindsided when she comes on the show. That's unfair for her to be blindsided in that manner. I don't know. And Zadia did tell her, no matter who it is, me or anybody else, speak up for yourself in that moment. Even if it's a couple days later, but don't wait 2 months. Clear that throat chakra. I know a little bit about that too, Ashley. Don't be afraid to speak that truth. Because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Fuck their feelings. What about yours? That was a conversation. Because Stormy said, had I known, I would have apologized. Because that's not it. It's not my fault I'm fine. It's not my fault that this is what I look like. Them are your own insecurities that you need to go ahead and tap into and fix. And then, so when she chases her and brings her back, I feel like she started downplaying the things that she said about her. Because now you feel bad. Ashley should be the one apologizing. If Ashley really feels bad, she'd be like, well, you know what? I misinterpreted what was happening. I was wrong. But I think this is the one we've all been waiting for. It's now time to talk to Zadia and her one keeper, Cameron. It's now time to have the conversation that she should have saw coming the entire time. That we all saw coming. Like, don't play in my face. Don't play with me, play with your mama. Like, why would you choose to play with me? I'm not the one, the 2 or the 3, but evidently she is. I was watching her as she looked at him. She has had googly eyes for him this entire season. She was looking over at him all googly eyed. He was not giving her eye contact back. Now, the body language on the couch did not say that they were separate. It said that they were cool. You know, they didn't sit like most other people. They sat like Maurice and Sharice together. But I looked at her and I said, yeah, them rose-colored glasses had her all fucked up. I did. That's what I wrote. I wrote, the body language on the couch seems good. Okay? Well, we soon found out that that was not the case. They have not been talking and conversing. That Zadia said that every communication that they had was because she's initiated it. He was like, I contact you too, and it was just as because I called you or I'm returning your message, etc. Because he let work get in the way. Now we knew what? Like, I'm not surprised. Are you surprised that he let work get in the way? He let work get in the way when y'all was in the same city. He also said that he tried and he failed. And Zadia was like, did you try? Did you really try? And she expressed that, well, it wasn't her. Vernisha actually expressed that he kind of gave mixed signals. That he was the one that accepted them all in. He took them places, you know, hung out, checked on them, made sure they got home safely. Which would, of course, indicate that you consider me. But his words never aligned. And so she was just like, that's why he kept getting another chance and another chance, because he would show up in ways that made sense. Vernisha did say to him, you know what, but you did tell her. You did tell her. And then she went on a rant about something entirely different. But the first thing she said out of her mouth was, well, I have to respect that you did tell her. He did bring the photos. He brought a gift for her. He brought the photos. And from what we could see, the photos were gorgeous. He put them in frames. That was a very nice gesture. But honey, he was like, honestly, it was a relief when the process stopped. So this felt like, this didn't feel good and comfortable for you. This was stressful for you. You didn't want to be here. And if that wasn't what he meant, if he meant trying to juggle her and the job, he should have clarified it, because the way it came off was, it was too much on me to date you. It was too much of a requirement for me to date you. Like, that's how it came off. She stopped him and said, he should have said something. Like, I gave you every opportunity. I asked you all the time if you wanted to be here. Now, D Brown, this is where I said he was a coward. The man didn't want to be there. He might have liked the moments that he shared, but all in all, he didn't want to be there, and he was too cowardice to say, I can't do this. I don't want to be here. Like, that's what I mean when I say he was a coward, and he just showed up as a coward to me. Like, how dare you how dare you continue to feed into her delulu? Like, how dare you? She was into you. She had googly eyes, and you saw that she had googly eyes, and she probably had good other stuff too. So you wanted to just string her along for this short period of time? I don't have the space for you in my life right now. It will hurt for you to be honest. Being honest sooner than later, it's still gonna hurt. But guess what? It's sooner. You don't drag her along. We do this to ourselves every single time because that man told her and she liked him, and whatever else was happening between the two of them drew her in closer and closer. But when the red flags, the orange flags start waving, and then they start turning a darker shade of orange, burnt orange, then turn red, sir, ma'am, miss, them, they, leave. Leave. Some people just want to keep the best parts of you. Talking from experiences. Her rose-colored glasses have broken her heart because she wanted what she wanted. He was an attractive man that gave her a glimpse of what could be, but he was never ready for it. I think he did like her, but he did not have the space for her. And then he had the nerve to say, I just came here because we need to wrap it up. Yo, now we need to wrap it up. Oh, you just get on, get going, goodbye? Like, let's get this over with because I need to be at home hiring for the back office? Like, this is good and over? And then when the ninja walked out, honey, he had a smirk on his face. Like, he hurt her, I feel now, with that smirk and how he walked out. And honey, you saw the moment when her heart broke. She was probably still a little hopeful. Now she's got to heal from this relationship too. There was some other little like back and forth and closing remarks or whatever, but that was pretty much the entire episode. Like, oh, I forgot when Sharice and Maurice, when Sharice was like, maybe I'm not leaving New Orleans. When we got to the end, they were like, we're gonna do a lot of back and forth, which will work if they put the time in, and eventually somebody will move where the other person is. Eventually, you know, you have to do what works for your relationship. That ends our time with Ready to Love, Make a Move. I hope that you have enjoyed every single one of my reviews, whether they were on time or late, whether you agreed or disagreed, whether you were rolling your eyes at the comments that I made. I really hope you had a good time here because I have enjoyed each and every one of you. I am still reviewing Married at First Sight. It should be coming up any second or before this, who knows. And I will be reviewing Ready to Love Dallas when it comes on next week. Now I'm going to Florida. I'm going to Hawaii, okay? So that's why I got these locks in my hair, because these faux locks, because I'm going to Hawaii. I'm gonna try to record the first episode the same day because I leave the following day. If not, you guys will catch it. Don't worry, I'm coming. Thank you so much for watching my reviews of Ready to Love, Make a Move. Y'all let me know down below in the comments how you felt. Like I said, I hope you had a good time like I did, and you will see me more, and hopefully on time. I ain't gonna make no promises, okay? If you liked this video or this series, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go back and watch all the other videos in the playlist. Click the subscribe button. I'm doing this all backwards. And the notification bell so you're alerted of videos when I upload them. Share it with your friends so they can join in with us when we do Ready to Love Dallas. Know that I love you in real life and want every good thing that God has for you and more. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will see you on the next review.